All new at 5, it's one of the most iconic areas of downtown Denver, and now it's found itself in the center of controversy.
We're talking about Larimer Square, and as we've been reporting, one developer's plan to build higher isn't sitting well with historians.
As our Jennifer Kovaleski reports, those plans are now scrapped, and today they opened a new community center where they want you to weigh in on the changing face of our Colorado's most historic block.
Seen enormous changes, and some of them are good, some of them are not so good.
In our ever-changing Colorado, the future of Denver's iconic Larimer Square is just the latest old versus new debate, playing out on the largest scale.
Larimer Square is our city's first locally protected historic district. The buildings themselves, the scale, the context, all remain intact in the future.
A conflict between preservationists.
Do nothing is not a solution here.
And a developer pushing progress.
When you look at the edges of buildings, you start to see big cracks where the foundations are sinking.
John Berge had a vision of restoring the old while building higher, with these two taller buildings behind the square.
We are certainly concerned.
But historians like Annie Levinsky hated the idea, and it's now been scrapped.
It's scrapped, yes.
In favor of more public input.
This is too important of a project to be decided in a small group behind closed doors. This needs to be public.
Enter this newly opened community center on the square. Berge says this is where people can learn about its history, share what they love, and want to see in the future.
Start to track all that and put that into the final plan.
And I think the community deserves to have a voice on what happens to it. It's that important.
Native James McDonough is all for it, but says the devil is in the details, to which Levinsky agrees.
We would like greater certainty around how the buildings are going to remain protected.
We're trying to find solutions that allows us to protect the historic nature of this block, to avoid any demolition.
Berge says he's ready to listen, while also acknowledging the need for change on the square. It's what that change will look like that's now back up in the air. Jennifer Kovaleski, Denver 7.
And listen, for natives